Hello friends, welcome I Meena, Assistant Professor English from Government College सम्मेलन छतरपुर। आपका हमारे YouTube चैनल में हार्दिक अभिनंदन है। आज पढ़ेंगे अपन मुल्क राज आनंद की दी ट्रेड यूनियन। ठीक है, अब देखिए फिर थोड़ा सा मुल्क राज आनंद के जीवन परिचय के बारे में जान लेते हैं। देखिए इनके पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन लिस्ट में दिया गया है। देखिए बोर्न मतलब ये इनका जन्म 12 दिसंबर 1905 को पेशावर, ठीक है, पेशावर में हुआ था। मृत्यु हुई इनकी 28 सितंबर 2004 में पुणे महाराष्ट्र में। ठीक है, इनका ऑक्यूपेशन है राइटर। अल्मा मैटर है कैम्ब्रिज यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेज लंदन, खालसा कॉलेज अमृतसर। ठीक है, इनकी यहाँ पर पढ़ाई हुई है। पीरियड है 20वीं सेंचुरी के है। नोटेबल वर्क है कूली और अनटचेबल। महत्वपूर्ण पुस्तक है कूली और अनटचेबल। उनका नोटेबल अवार्ड मिले साहित्य अकादमी अवार्ड 1971 में, पद्म भूषण मिला 1967 में और इंटरनेशनल पीस प्राइज मिला 1953 में। ठीक है, ये तो साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्ड 1971 में, पद्म भूषण 1967 में, इंटरनेशनल पीस प्राइज 1953 में। स्पाउस है कैथरीन गिल्डर। ठीक है, अब देखिए आगे। देखिए मुल्क राज आनंद was an Indian writer in English, notable for his depiction of the lives of the poorer castes in traditional Indian society. One of the pioneers of Indo-Anglian fiction, he together with R.K. Nair, Ahmad Ali and Raja Rao was one of the first India-based writers in English to gain an international readership. ठीक है, Anand is admired for his novels and short stories, which have acquired the status of classics of modern Indian English literature. They are noted for their perspective insight into the lives of the oppressed and for their analysis of impoverishment, exploitation and misfortune. He became known for his protest novel अनटचेबल, जो कि 1935 में पब्लिश हुआ था। फॉलोड बाई अदर वर्क्स ऑन द इंडियन पुअर सच एज कूली, जो कि 1936 में पब्लिश हुआ, एंड टू लिव एंड ए वर्ड 1937 में। ही इज आल्सो नोटेड फॉर बीइंग अमंग द फर्स्ट राइटर टू इनकॉर्पोरेट पंजाबी एंड हिंदुस्तानी इडियम्स इनटू इंग्लिश and was a recipient of the civilian honor of पद्म भूषण। ठीक है, देखिए इनकी जो वर्क है दी ट्रेड यूनियन, उसके बारे में जान लीजिए। At a tender age, Chantu embarks upon full-fledged domestic responsibility. Even morning, Chandu has to make errands to the notables in the village for shaving and hair cutting. All goes well and the said orders is not disturbed unless Chandu starts going to the taluka. ठीक है, for transacting business, he observed certain novelties there, particularly the regatta of Dr. Kalan Khan, a white turban, a white rubber coat, and a leather bag in hand. He is uncontrollably fascinated to watch the appeared. He has attraction for the medical profession as he has bequeathed some medical tips and shifting from his father. ठीक है, observed certain nobility there, particularly the regaud Dr. Kalam Khan, a white turban, a white overcoat, and a leather bag in hand. He is uncontrollably fascinated over the apparel. He has attention for the medical profession as he has bequeathed some medical tips and snipped from his father. Chandu's new attire brings about great clamor and chaos in the village. When he approaches the landlord's house, the landlord, an ideologue of domestic and orthodoxy, having seen Chandu in the new robe, mortified Chandu in the foulest terms. ठीक है, अब देखिए नेक्स्ट. The landlord reprimands, calling Chandu the son of a pig. Get out, get out. You will defy my religion. It is a fact that innocent low caste people like Chandu are always treated with humiliation for no fault of theirs. Did Chandu commit any blemish or blunder by wearing a dress like Dr. Khan? Can't. ठीक है, अब देखिए नेक्स्ट. In justice and oppression, Chandu is impelled to realize that due to his being a low caste boy, he is not entitled to such felicity and that he is perpetually harnessed to serve the upper caste society. ठीक है. This is his incredible destiny and that he is bound to be in it. The blaze Sahukar, who goes one step ahead and deals with Chandu in harshest possible terms. You little swine, you go on discussing yourself as a clown. Pandit Parmand, the keeper of the village shrine, also bullied, saying he is a low caste devil. ठीक है. He is a rogue. Chandu is thoroughly humiliated and aspirated at this treatment. There is a distinct disparity between Chandu and Mulkraj Anand's other protagonists like Vakha and Munu. ठीक है. They would have righted, submitted, and succumbed to the circumstance as normal creatures of circumstance would have. But Chandu is entirely unlike them. He is one in hundreds and hundreds in one. He is instant one topsy, surveying everything orthodox. He is representative of the modern man in the modern world. Chandu, insulted and affronted through, instead of giving into the village superiors, adopts a course of action with a view to touching the idiots a lesson. Now देखिए next. His course of action is a course of revolt. He desires to change his fate and fate of his fellow brothers by way of overcoming his predicament. Despite his being a mere barber boy, he has prowess to outwit and outsmart others. With a view to teaching the orthodox idiots a lesson, he ceases to dance attendance to the village notables and others for shaving and hair cutting. ठीक है. Instead, he frequents the town of for earning within a few days. The outcome is easily visible, causing a great problem and inconvenience. Chandu is so shrewd and cunning that he has already had his Barca counterpart in his league. देखिए नेक्स्ट. The result is that the landlord looks hoary and his wife has been threatened to leave him. The Sahukar looks like a leper with the brown tannage of tobacco on his moustache. The elders in the village become a stock subject of laughter. Chandu very conveniently succeeds in his plan of non-corporation. The villagers approach the barber at Varka with a double money offer. ठीक है. But in vain, the villagers feel under the new situation while Chandu makes way in the town. He summons all the barbers in the purview of 7 mills and convinces them that it was high time that all the elders came to them and that they must stop dancing attendance to them. And thus they launch into Rajkot district barber brothers hairdressing and shaving saloon, thus become the harbinger and herald of the new era of freedom and justice. Chandu's victory assumed greater significance, especially in the backdrop of the orthodox and Norman traditions in the Indian society. His terms restored sanity to the situation. It is not a win which belongs only to Chandu. It is victory of justice, party, morality and rejuvenation of human dignity. ठीक है. अब आपको मतलब इसे संक्षेप में बता दिया है, आपको इसे लर्न करना है.